Hello there. I'm just a simple clay pot from Jerusalem. You might think I don't have much to say, but oh, the things I've seen. It was Passover and the city was buzzing with excitement. People from all over had come to celebrate God's deliverance. The temple was the heart of our faith, a place where heaven and earth met. But this Passover would be different from any other in history. But there was something different in the air this year. A man named Jesus had been stirring things up. His teachings were unlike anything we'd heard before. I'd heard stories about him, healing the sick, feeding thousands, even raising the dead. Little did I know I was about to witness the most important events in all of history. One evening, I watched as Jesus shared a special meal with his friends. They had no idea it would be their last supper together. He broke bread and shared wine, saying they represented his body and blood. It was all very mysterious to me. Later that night, in a quiet garden called Gethsemane, I saw Jesus praying. He seemed troubled.
Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not as I will, but as you will.
Suddenly, soldiers arrived. One of Jesus' own friends, Judas, had betrayed him with a kiss. In the commotion, one of Jesus' followers drew a sword and cut off a soldier's ear. But Jesus, even in that moment, showed compassion. He touched the man's ear and healed him. The next day was chaos. Jesus was put on trial, but it didn't seem fair at all. They took him before Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor. Pilate said, "I am innocent of this man's blood." But he still handed Jesus over. Then came the worst part. After beating him, they made Jesus carry a heavy cross through the streets. The soldiers mocked him, placing a crown of thorns on his head. A man named Simon was forced to help carry the cross when Jesus stumbled. On a hill called Calvary, they crucified him. It was heartbreaking to see. Jesus was placed between two criminals. Even in his pain, he spoke words of forgiveness. For hours, darkness covered the land. It was as if the sun itself couldn't bear to watch. Then Jesus cried out, "It is finished!" and breathed his last breath. At that moment, the ground shook violently. I nearly toppled over. The curtain in the temple tore in two. A Roman centurion, watching all this, said, "Surely this man was the Son of God." As evening approached, a man named Joseph asked for Jesus' body. He placed it in a new tomb. Something had changed. The air felt different, like a new chapter was beginning. 3 days later, I heard whispers of something incredible. The tomb was empty. People were saying Jesus had risen from the dead. Could it be true? This story of love, sacrifice, and hope. It's one I'll never forget.